Alrighty, some things you probably shouldn't talk about in public. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the YouTube trials and tribulations and some of the weird things, weird things that happen with me and sort of the rise and the demise of my channels and some of the strange anomalies and shit that happens that just sort of almost defies sense. Some of it really defies sense. And some of the other disappointments and bits and bobs and some of the areas that I've identified where I've tripped over and fucked up. Anyway, as some of you know, I had about a year off YouTube and I come back and sort of things went fairly well, even though I had literally a year off. And I've noticed other people that sort of disappear for ages, and when they come back after a long time, like it might be 8 months or more, all of a sudden, bingo, their first video on coming back appears in your recommendations. But there's some some funny things that I sort of come back and sort of was going all right, and I started putting up sewing videos, and this is on my main channel, fuck. I think I could have been showing my fucking balls, and I would have had less of a drop in fucking views and that. Like, it was basically a channel killer to even show those sewing videos, quite honestly. And there was a lot, I do have a bad habit sometimes of sort of, well, first of all, always doing everything in the fucking dark. And some people don't like that at all. I've had people say, I cannot watch, I can't even listen unless I've got an image. And I've got other people who go and, cook their dinner or walk the dog away and they just listen, And I'm sort of a person, even when I watch videos, I often drop my phone, especially if it's the fat man in a van, I just drop my phone in my front pocket and you just listen, and sort of that's, the style that I often so-called view videos and sometimes how I hope that people, listen to me is not so much watching but just listening, it's, but I tell you what, that change to sewing, that just frickin' murdered me, like, honestly. And I probably overdid it, too many videos of the same thing. I feel in some ways that I can have a tendency to drag things out and repeat myself a bit, and I know people don't like that, and that sometimes stuffs things up. But some of you who watch me quite a bit will know I've always had a tendency to have very deep thought type, complicated explanations. I have been told that I have rediscovered whole concepts of psychology on my own firsthand, more or less, and then, re-explained it all, and someone said, that's the 5 stages of blah blah in psychology. And I come out with this all on my own, and it's like, yeah, I tend to be a bit of a deep thinker, and some people like those sort of videos, but it's very few. Because I'm realising with this damn e-bigger channel that as time's gone on, it's become apparent. It's just trash viewing. It's just the Jerry Springer viewing. That's all it is. And it's yeah. I put up a video, trannies on dating sites. It gets 200 views. And, it might have taken a couple of weeks to get that. But I put up a van build video and I got 25 views. And it's like, you're fucking joking. I'm building a camper van with a whole heap of people watching that also view Elvis and hang shit on Elvis. But I think they're there for the drama. And I show a van build and nobody gives a fuck. And yet I show trannies on a dating site, 200 views, fuck, people harassing me in the side chat about it, fucking everything. I think, this really is. It's just a Jerry Springer view. It's just trash viewing. It's just drama viewing. And that's all it is, But it's interesting, like, back when I was with a certain e-bigger from the Fairy Meadow, you know, before I really woke up to this guy being an e-bigger, you know, like around that time when I met him in person, I was getting a minimum 125 videos, 125 views every video, and sometimes it'd go to 235, you know, and you're like, fuck, this is like in the first day. It's like, fucking hell, you're flying, but I was riding on someone else's coattails, effectively. But even, you know, after you left Australia, it's still got, you know, plenty of views. You put something up, you get 70, 80 views without a problem, you know? No worries, 70 to 80 views, you know? And then sort of, yeah, time went on, and, yeah, well, I had a little disagreement with someone with, well, just let's say, I'll put it like this. I wanted to focus on fighting e-beggars, and I didn't want them or other people to focus on boobs. I just still wanted to focus on e-beggars. And, you know, and, yeah, I was more aiming that at the young lass who decided that as an adult, she would make her own decisions, and her decision was to show her cleavage. Only 20% blame on the person that encouraged it, because she was an adult, so she was at least 80% or more to blame. But I just thought, holy shit, here we are preaching to everyone about moral fucking righteousness, and encouraging everyone, you know, and sort of egging on all this bullshit with someone trying to show a cleavage off. How the fuck are you going to fight on moral righteousness if one of your best mates is encouraging her to show titties? You know, like, fuck it, let's just concentrate on the game, you know? Everyone loves boobs, okay, fine, sure, I get it, but can we concentrate on the e-beggars? We can't preach moral righteousness in one hand and then, oh, well, you know, this girl I thought was a troll. It turned out she's thin-skinned as fuck, and you know, she liked the idea of gaining more subs by showing tits. Fuck me! I thought we were fighting against the fucking, you know, the bullshit. The e-beggars who have drama for, but you know. But essentially, like, this is the thing. Little did I realise we were getting views based on drama as well. Except it was the drama of fighting the drama queens. And it's like, fucking hell, you know. Wow. Anyway, the things you come to realise in due course. But, you know, I returned to YouTube alright, and then it just bombed out with that thing. I used to have people, like, I put up videos at the moment that I think are interesting, and I get 20 to 25 views, you know, and you just think, fuck me. This video will take 130 to 255 meg, and you think, for fucking 20-something views, like, was it even worth it? I used to put up videos of me clearing box thorn. I realised these were 320 pixel videos, not 640 by 480. They were 320 by 240 or something like that. Yeah, they were. On this same phone I'm on now, whatever resolution this is, but it's 320 by 240. 3.2 megapixel my camera. Well, that's probably just the photos on this thing, but you know, and I would be down there wandering around cutting down box thorn. I had so many fucking videos of me wandering around, surrounded by grass and more box thorn, pointing to this one, pointing to that one, and I started watching some of these videos back on my phone, and I realised you couldn't tell north from south, from east from west, where the fuck I was in the paddock. And I thought people are going to be sick to death of seeing this shit, because it's just me talking, walking around a paddock with grass and box thorn, and you can't tell where the fuck I am on the property or what's going, you know. And I was going to start slowing up on them, and I said that to one of my subs. Oh no, we love seeing your video, we just want to see you finish these box thorns. We got no problems with watching box on video, just let's see you finish these weeds. It's in the top 20 worst weeds. If you stood on African box thorn, you'll never forget the shit, put it like that. It'll puncture fucking car tyres. We've had it puncture a tractor tyre. And we're not the only ones, so I've heard, that have had it puncture tractor tyres. But anyway, I even I couldn't understand how anyone even gave a shit anymore, but people did. And then there's stuff now, you know, where I'm putting it up and I'm just wondering if I'm even fucking, it's even worth fucking worrying about. And, you know, like, it's one of those things, you know, we were heroes and now we're zeros, you know. Old TM tamed down and it all just sort of, you know, and I've got some, you know, big enough people, there's people who are big enough that are watching me, you know. You know, Signature EMR, TM Movies, you know, and a few other. I honestly had the other day Mr. X tell me in the side chat that he likes watching my channel. I got Mr. X watching, I got a number of other bigger names watching, people who are well known. My cat's got hiccups, I hope she's not going to chuck up. You alright, Black Kitty? And, you know, this is the thing. You've sort of got bigger names watching, and but I can't go riding off everyone else's coattails. And it's sort of also funny where, like, maybe I've got 95% filler, 5% thriller. Because I have people who, you know, have a bit of a similar subs, but a better following, sometimes more subs, I don't know. And I've had videos that I've got 25 views on. They've used half of one of my videos and mashed in a bit of the intros and extras and 330 views, and you know who you are. I was happy that you put it up. You gave me more or less another 100 subs with that. But it's funny how there's another video that I've got that's got, you know, over 1,000 views, and I've had so many people poach that video, re-upload it, 0 credit given. I don't really worry if people use my videos, just so long as they give me a bit of credit. But it's remarkable how I can get 25 views and someone can get 12-fold the views or more just by whacking on their channel. And yet my original video's got like 25 views. They're like, fucking, you're joking. 25, 29 views. The fuck is this, you know? It's flaming remarkable that sort of, you know, but it is what it is. I had a video that I didn't get a great deal on, and TM put it up on his channel, but he renamed it, and it was not on his main channel either. I think it was on a bit of a side channel, or a channel that he didn't have a great deal of videos on. And he renamed it, and he got 3,300 views, and I couldn't get any more than 100. And all he done was just change the name, you know. And this, you know, it might be titled, it might be lack of interaction in the comments, but TM Movies, very little interaction in the comments. Vlogger Puppets, very little interaction in the comments. They all fly ahead without a problem. It's funny with Rosie, you know, like, now here's a bit more of a story. I've actually been on one of Rosie's panels. Very few of you will even remember that, but some other bitch who I've never seen before and never seen since, never heard of, and never heard of since, decided that it'd be a good idea to show her tits. And so they had to fucking just decide to flop them out live on the panel, and so they had to fucking wipe it. And then Rosie started another hangout. So many other people come on board that I couldn't even friggin' log on again because the panel was full. You had like the full 10 people or whatever the limit was, you know. And yeah, unbelievable. And well, not so much that that's unbelievable, but then again, when you're on someone's panel for the first time, it's probably not a great idea to show your tits, but you know, the sort of people that Rosie sometimes associates with. But the funny thing is, I've been fucking muted, and she will come over and chat to me on Elvis's side chat without a problem. You go back to the videos, some of the live streams with her and Elvis on Elvis's channel, and you'll hear her mention the word linked night so many fucking times it's not funny. And she's happy to talk on screen. But you know, on her main channel, she's got me muted. And I've asked twice, and I've had the reply come once that I'm going to have to unblock you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm still muted. And I go over there, and I realise in the comments section, I had like a couple of likes on a comment I left from other people. But she can't see me comments. and she can't see me in her side chat. And yet, I'm fucked to know how I even got blocked in the first place, and I reckon it's Marshall, because he was given a wrench by her at one point, and I reckon the fucker's somehow gone and blocked me at one point there, and that's it. The funny kit and cat the other day said, oh, well, maybe Elvo will want to move into the Shine Shack. You know, I said the exact same thing, and that's the last comment I made before I was not necessarily blocked, but quite possibly muted. And you think, my gosh, they were clear on the Shine Shack out. Oh, we might put a bed in, you know, maybe we'll do this, maybe we'll have that, maybe we'll have a blah blah, maybe we'll put a queen in here, meaning a queen bed. And I said, well, you can put Elbow in there, he's a bit of a queen. And that was the last fucking comment that I made, you know, and you just think, my gosh. So they know who they are, but, you know, like, I'm not fucking creating another account to go in there as Link Knight version 2. Like, I've got enough accounts already, you know. And I don't really want to show my hand of any accounts that I sort of use a little bit on the sly, which is only one, really, because I don't really need IRC Bully or Elbow knowing what other name I might be going by that they don't know about. In case they decide to go on a blockathon. But, you know, you just sort of think, fuck. You know by some of the old names, but see, there's new names, and you got like new names jumping in every fucking week now. Honest to God, there's new people who've got whole thing every week. There's another fucking one. Very interesting tonight. I was watching something from 3 days ago. There's somebody who has obviously watched one of my videos and said, oh, I could do the exact same technique of parody. And they've gone ahead and done the exact same technique of parody. And Elvis gives, Rosie gives them a shout out. Isn't it funny? The imitator gets a shout out. The originator has never had a shout out. No shout out for the originator, but somebody who copies the same technique and does it on their channel, the same style of parody, they get a fucking shout out. Unbelievable. But then again, you know, with other people uploading some of my better videos, getting, you know, like Tony Mullins, 3,300 views when I could only get 100 views for the same video, just by a title change alone, you know, yeah. The YouTube app, I upload to my main channel that bears my name with the YouTube app. You used to be able to type in search tags. Now, you can't type in search tags. So I don't know if that sort of affected things a bit for me. But having said that, I've realised the algorithm works a little bit different. And with the damn eBigger channel, I've worked out one of the ways that you can get in the search results. And I'm not going to go into that. But I'm just shitty that the YouTube app no longer allows you to put in search tags. I was like, what the fuck? All these other ones I could previously, and I usually didn't bother because I had enough subs that they would see it anyway, and so my existing subs would watch it, and it might not be in anyone's recommended or any search results, but I had enough subs watching it. Then when the channel starts to go down, I go to try and type in search tags to realise that I no longer can because the YouTube app won't let me. Thank God for this hashtag bullshit that comes up in blue above the title. Because if it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be anything. And that's my only saving grace at the moment, to give myself any search tags on my main channel. But, yeah, you fucking wonder what the whole point is at times. What else was I going to say? The strangest one of all, and this is probably my last point, is that I'm getting more views. You know, I set up the channel. I've seen people who make no specific topic, and if you make a channel with no specific topic, or you don't stick to one topic, or you have a different topic every time, you fucking die. You die. You just don't get anywhere. You've got to sort of have continuous videos on the same topic. And people used to love to see me doing fix-ups and stuff like that, and doing off-grid stuff. And of course, I originally attracted a lot of people with off-grid stuff, and you know, and they used to like to see me build things and fix things and do stuff to the house and get somewhere. And now, they don't give a fuck. And although I have made no effort to promote it, I have had nobody following me for this reason or this topic. The highest views I get are political videos. How the fuck have I got political videos with basically no search tags at all, except maybe a little hashtag honkler, and I've never based my channel previously on any topics of political videos, basically? I might have had one or two, but like most of my videos previously that had anything to do with politics were monetary policy and stuff about the functions of currency, the functions of, the banking system and all these different bizarre concepts and everything right through to CFDs and Bitcoin and all the monetary related stuff. Because you might be surprised, but I used to make quite a lot of videos based on monetary stuff because I understood a lot about the system and the precious metals markets and fucking a lot of things. But the funny thing is, I have never previously promoted political videos, but my current highest viewing videos are political videos, even though I've only been doing political videos for the last month. And yet they get more views than house fix-ups, than off-grid stuff, than me showing a video of the Coleman hot water on demand and a wood-fired hot water system, which should really tickle people in the off-grid thing, or the do-it-yourself thing, or the fix-up thing, or the build projects thing. No, the highest views are political videos. And yet I've never made an attempt to make them, and none of the no of these videos in the last month have had any search tags except for the exception of hashtag honkler, and yet it's got more views than every other fucking thing. My gosh, you should be getting more views on topics that you have covered before and you have well established on your channel previously with another 50 videos on the same topic previously, and yet they're the highest viewing videos. Fuck me drunk. It doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. The algorithm's all fucked up. Every day I used to watch TM movies. Every single movie. And yet it would never come up in my search results. I've had other videos that I say not interested. Next day, same one again. Not interested. Not interested. 5 times in the space of 6 or 7 days I have the same fucking shit come up in my recommended views. I say not interested and the motherfucker is there again tomorrow. I have videos that I've watched before come up. Not interested. Tell us why. Watched already. And what do you know? That might get rid of it, or it might come up a second time. But there's videos that it has brought up in my recommended that I've watched 6 months ago. And it brings them up today, and the next day, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after, and there's some original videos from Tony Mullins himself, from his original personal channel, and it would show these videos that I'd watched 3 years ago, and it would bring them up in the recommended every fucking day, for more than 30, 40 days in a row. Then I get these goddamn steamed ham videos. I don't give a fuck. I never want to watch any redo of steamed hams mashed up a million times over. Oh, flopatronic videos. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to watch any of these. Keep coming up, coming up, coming up. But Elvis Travels that I watch every day rarely comes up in the recommended views. TM movies that I used to watch every single day never come up. Never come up in the recommended views. Maybe it did a couple of times, but generally speaking, I didn't have it come up in my recommended views more than a month in a row. Not once, yet I watched it every single day, yet it would never come up, and you'd be lucky if it had come up every fucking 5 weeks in your recommended views. And you're just like, you're fucking joking. I had to search every day. I had to search TM movies. Every day, I still have to search Elvis Travels. Every day. I still have to search Rosie O'Kelly on the occasion that I do watch her, which has been a little bit more recently. And I was and more often I am again watching TM movies, and and I've got to search TM movies. I had to search TM movies every fucking day, and it's like, my gosh, what is this system? You get all this shit that you've watched before 3 years ago that you're not interested in, and you say you're not interested in, that just keeps coming up fucking over and over and over and over and over. This other shit you don't care less about, over and over. The ones you watch, not in your recommended. What the fuck is wrong? This system is so broken, it's not funny. Recommended views are just a fucking god-awful mess. Anyway. That's that.